Competitive Halo is a beautiful thing, and today I'm just going to show that to you. We're breaking down half of one game. This is Grand Finals, Strongholds Live Fire, Game 1. There's so much in this small slice of gameplay that you can take away from this video, whether you're here to learn and gain knowledge of the game or just appreciate it for what it is. I've timestamped it all for you. It's going to go gameplay, breakdown, gameplay, breakdown. If you guys like this content, you want to see more of it, then smash the sub button and let me know in the comments what game or moment or aspect of Halo you'd like me to break down next time. Until then, enjoy.
OpTic versus FaZe Clan, and we are underway with Formal.
Mr. Championship Sunday on our screens right now. The perfect POV to start with and almost perfect shots out with Battle Rifle to start as well. A great start here for OpTic Gaming. 2 dead already, 2 FaZe Clan members in the death screen. 10 seconds till that OV.
3 dead there as I'll get the 3rd kill. Only 1 player alive. As you said, an overshield grab as well. It is a picture perfect start for OpTic Gaming and complete control of the overshield side.
Formal trying to push past that overshield. Most importantly, to create the space for his teammates to come and pick that up. 2v2 momentarily on the map, but Lucid does have that sniper rifle, and a 2v2 can change very, very quickly, especially when you give him an OS. Leaves that one to a teammate, tries to take out Renegade, has to turn back to finish off the job himself, but FaZe find themselves 3 dead. Frosty and Royal 2. Frosty gets a little bit fortunate with Royal 2 spawning behind him there, but a trip cap off the break.
Beautiful opening at OpTic here. Starts with Formal. He goes up the top tower and then positions himself behind the box in the back of top tower here. Not typically where you expect somebody to go off an opening strat. In a great position to start this fight. Royal 2's not looking for this. He's got cover. He hits every single shot on the man as well. Shoots Snakebite. Both APG Trippy, they're focused on that. They get the kill. He goes up the top mid. He'll spot Renegade. Watch how Formal aims here. This is something that he does extremely well, is just his left stick based aim. You can really see it here. When he shoots Renegade on the final shot, watch the 3rd shot there. That's all left stick strafe to follow Renegade. And the moment that he sees he doesn't reach out, banks a nade down the chute here. Renegade, he goes down to escape. He's cleaned up by Trippy. Already you got 3 players dead on FaZe. They're back into A off spawn. And now we got a full team push for OpTic up for the OS here. Formal, again with the smart decisions here. He's going to push up with the team, but he goes up past OS. Onset points this out in the commentary, the importance of pushing past OS and creating space for the team, giving OpTic more of a chance to surround this OS and collect it more safely, while you got Formal out front, you know, taking aggro, taking damage, working to get kills. Trippy doing the same, right? It's a in unison push out of OpTic, and something we're going to see a lot of out of both teams in this game is the way that they time their pushes from perimeters together. The movement here at OpTic as well to stay in this is just damn beautiful. Lucid comes in, picks up a snipe kill. Watch how he plays these 2 fights with Trippy, back to back in tandem. This is just a beautiful dance between the 2 of them. When he picks up this kill, he'll shoot Snakebite, who backs down, doesn't chase Snakebite around the podium. He knows he's got somebody to worry about in A, and Trippy's focused on that fight too. Trippy is doing the same thing as Lucid. He's now shooting Snakebite, but backing away from Renegade. He's going to go around the small door here into A. Well, Lucid jumps, lines up a snipe on Renegade, doesn't hit it, but look where he lands, right? Like, beautiful positioning out of Lucid to find himself behind a box, isolate the angle, turn back for Snakebite, get the kill. Trippy wrapping around, cleans up Renegade. So you got this beautiful, just in tandem, you know, Trippy-Lucid combination here as he backs out, gets over to A Stronghold, and there you go, trip cap to start the game. Just some great coordination out of OpTic.
A trip cap off the break. First points come in the form of a triple cap here for OpTic.
Lucid just painting by numbers, taking his targets as he pleases, 1 at a time. Also hits the body in the tap and lives to tell the tale. As you say, trip cap early on. 20 points already on the board for OpTic Gaming.
Good job though from FaZe, just to at least kind of level the numbers a little bit in the game. They get control of B, they get a couple of kills. Formal though keeps hold of the sniper rifle. Frosty manages to pick up a kill on Trippy before he takes himself down, and now there's going to be play made on A and C by FaZe. So let's put this in perspective. Let's roll things back. Forget the triple cap, because Formal's still on the map, and he's still got a sniper rifle. Finally going to be taken down, but FaZe in that position momentarily were under a triple cap. 4 dead, they fought out of it. They managed to get control for just a few seconds, but now OpTic flipped that back on its head.
Look how fast it flips, just like you say. World 2 does well to take down Formal, but loses map control yet again. He'll get the kill on Lucid, now rotate to bridge.
Has a chance to hit some important shots here on APG. Line him up, Royal 2. Trippy, you might be next. Trippy, though, wins that fight confidence from Trippy, re-challenging after what he just saw his teammate experience.
Absolutely, and like you said,
Off the trip cap here, both OpTic and FaZe are a little split on the map. You can see APG is currently in C. Frosty, Royal 2 are together in dummies. Because of APG's position, the direction he's likely looking, shooting at Frosty and Royal 2, and Trippy, the direction he's looking, it's taking spawn influence away from dummies, placing it over on B right now. So something for Lucid to account for as he rotates out through garage here. Snakebite already going to dip his toe in the hill. Snaps a body onto Royal 2. He'll back down, though. He's weak. Royal 2, very aggressive. Gets in his line of sight over on A plat. He wasn't ready for this. Sprinting right into Royal 2. Gets cleaned up. Thankfully, Formal there to clean up the kill. He's going to slide in, grab Snipe. So he backs out. APG spawns near Formal. APG off spawn immediately in a fight. Trippy dead now as well. You can see APG in a fight with Renegade here. He's going to lose his fight. Formal all of a sudden realizing he's alone. He's in the middle of two hills being capped, right? Both C, both A are being capped here. I love this play out of Formal. This is nasty. He jumps, hits the headshot snipe onto Snakebite. But the beauty of it is his positioning coming into the snipe. He knows that A is being capped. He knows that C is being capped. So instead of walking out into the open and exposing himself to A side sight lines, he just jumps straight up, finds himself a sight line onto C and a clean angle for a shot, and then just executes the man. The best shots in Halo are just straight follow-through shots, right? Where he lands in scope, one straight decisive movement, all confidence. Love the nade here too. Not sure if that was intentional. If he meant to bank that plasma off the box, that's actually kind of big-brained. It bounces, lands right in the cutoff where Royal 2 is looking to go. Royal 2 just a step ahead, though, with the jump, gets past it, gets the kill on Formal, but almost a beautiful little prediction nade out of Formal there to shut that down as well. Royal 2, though, he'll live up. You got to love the snipe work out of Royal 2 here. So precise. He barely moves the right stick, but when he does, it's just as much as he needs to. Just a tiny little adjustment down. He hits the body on the Lucid. Keep in mind, Formal, by the way, off his spawn. Formal spawned in B. He's now flanking back tower. That'll pay dividends later. In the meantime, a hole-in-one, just money nade right off the floor, off the back wall, chasing Lucid down the ramp, gets the kill. No hesitation. He's going to rotate out. FaZe are trying to create another perimeter here. Frosty is behind Royal 2. He'll get the hill. Snakebite, Renegade, they're pushing together through bottom mid over to A to keep OpTic trapped in B here. Best way to keep him there is to hit shots like this. It's an insane shot at a Royal 2. The death stare, right? Just stands there. Barely moves the right stick, sets it at head level, and lets APG do all the work. Lets him strafe into it like a cannon. The dude snaps back on the left stick. Or a panther waiting to strike, right? Like he's so ready and just snaps back on the left stick. He's barely moving right stick to just set that shot up. And he wants more. He's going to immediately jump into the challenge. Beautiful work to track in this situation, knowing that Trippy's going to shoot and de-scope him. He's ready to re-scope. But the moment he jumps is the moment this fight ends, right? Jumping so risky, especially at the end of a fight or in any fight in Halo, especially when your opponent has cover, right? One of the most powerful moves in Halo Infinite is just a jiggle peek. And Royal 2 has nothing he can do to avoid that option, right? Trippy has all the power the moment he gets behind that wall and peeks him, kills him. The fact that he died creates a domino effect here. Formal, who flanked, got the kill on Frosty, who was capping the hill. All of a sudden, two are dead, and OS is coming up. And because Trippy lived, he's going to tag Snakebite along with the other two of them just to melt him alone, right? So it just finds a perfect angle and a little domino effect that gives OpTic the OS.
By the way, all eyes on that overshield. Lucid might get his second in a row. It looks like he had the time. You already heard the pop-off screen. Guess what? Here comes Lucid once again. Going to take the same exact route off of the overshield and continue pushing in. It looks like a little bit of deja vu as he picks up another one on Frosty at scoreboard.
And that's going to be 4 dead here for FaZe Clan as well. Royal 2 goes down. That's going to be B and A getting flipped. FaZe already dipping their toes into C, and that's just going to give Renegade's position away. It's an easy transition here, and this is another triple cap now in the hands of OpTic, and it's the overshield again. That's been the story here on Livefire. The separating element has always been that power-up.
And who else but Tommy Wilson? Once again, he's the right place at the right time. He picks up that overshield off of the support from OpTic Gaming, and as you said, it's been the difference maker. Also, Formal the difference maker. He's 8-2 in game 1.
8-2 from Formal, Mr. Championship Sunday. Nobody knows how to get a ring or a trophy lifted better than he does at the moment. Trippy with the heat wave is certainly going to have more power for OpTic to play with, and he might be able to steal this sniper rifle away. Formal again, first in the kill feed. And now OpTic can just hold B and C in their control, and they're about to cross 100 points here without really seeing FaZe respond.
Look at Trippy, the gatekeeper on the dummy door. You shall not pass. Heat wave in hand. He knew exactly the sideline he needed to hold, and now he knows he needs to also hold down the nest. And a little bit of deja vu for him as well. He's still absolutely destroying with the heat wave.
Trippy loves this weapon. And OpTic at the moment loving this game. They are dominating FaZe. They're going to be able to flip B. Oh, what on earth did I just see him do?
Onset and Bravo mentioned it in the comms, but the power of the OS on live fire cannot be understated, especially Strongholds. It's basically an auto win on this gunfight. Nice movement out of Lucid there, too. He reloads while crouch jumping up to scoreboard to skip the clamber, keep the reload animation, clean up Frosty, tag Royal 2. Man's just flying into green here, shoots the nade seamlessly as well. Like, I'm used to it at this point with Lucid. It's just always a clinic when you watch his POV, but nice use of the nade shot here to do damage. If there's a player back green, this is a great way to do so without taking an actual angle. His teammates clean up everyone. Renegade's first spawner, he's getting to C. He's got a teammate on B, a teammate on A, and Lucid knows to just dive bomb straight through mid and attack Renegade here. And just great awareness to like recognize if you're this player that you've got a numbers advantage, keep your opponents on spawn, keep them staggered, take away their opportunity to regain map control by pressuring them in the way that Lucid is here. Now, interesting moment, though. Lucid is predicting that there might be a back tower spawner. And he's not wrong to think that, but he does end up predicting incorrectly here. The reason for this is Trippy and Lucid are pushing, taking angles on C from both sides here, and I think that's telling the spawn system to push the spawns over to dummies as the safer location versus back tower instead. So it makes sense that Lucid would predict this, but that incorrect prediction kind of compromised him because then he poorly positioned himself for this fight by walking forward and leaving that little bit of high ground. If he stayed on that box, he could have backed out of this fight easily if he needed to, but the reason he walked forward is because he's worried that there might be somebody coming out with back tower here. So just an interesting dynamic and, you know, down to spawn prediction in that moment. This whole life is beautiful. It starts out a little questionable. I like the awareness out of him, though, right? He walks up. He's alone here, recognizing Renegade on scoreboard. There's likely somebody on his right as well. He knows he's compromised in this situation. So he runs. He hightails it, right? He doesn't even bother to fight. He just knows he's got to get out of this. I don't know how he lives. He got multiple nades, gunfire coming in everywhere. Somehow finds a moment to breathe here. Picks up the kill under Royal 2. Already a massive play, but it gets better. That's multiple dead. Snakebite in B. That gives away the position. And Frosty first spawner will be spawning up with Snakebite. Once again, look at the perimeter out of OpTic. You got Formal and APG. They're going to fly to A. Instead of just attacking B here, they're creating a perimeter, keeping them locked in B. And Trippy noticing this, he's going for a flank over to Nest here, taking advantage of his teammates rotating to A, taking the aggro and the attention. He gets a beautiful flank. This is a great play. He'll hit the well-timed crouch for a curb slide behind Snakebite, cleans him up. It gets better. This is luck, but I mean, you know, Steph Curry from half court here just tags him with a stick. That's beautiful. You know, it's just a well-placed stick. He knows somebody's in C. He doesn't know it's going to stick him, but in case, you know, that was a perfectly placed stick and just cleans up Renegade.
Dude, oh my God. We've seen people pre-nade the bridge with the spike, but how about to get the stick on the bridge as well? Trippy is firing on all cylinders, and he is getting scarier and scarier as Championship Sunday goes on.
Dude, so much damage as well. Finally, it's going to be slowed down, but not after putting 10 kills on the board, plus 7 assists, 17 contributions to kills already in this game from Trippy. And FaZe is really struggling to get any sort of foothold. The overshield has got to be going into their hands if they want to. Finally it does. And from the back of that, AC, they can control those now. They can make a push where they need to, led by Snakebite here with the OS.
Snakebite, the captain. We call him the general here as well. Knows what he needs to do for this team. First of all, needs to make sure he doesn't get repulsed off the back of this map. It's a clean double for Snakebite. And as you say, the overshield, the difference maker for them. FaZe finally with signs of life. And they rally back here. They've tripled their score in the last few moments, and we'll see if they can keep this up.
And Snakebite had a little bit of a slow series in comparison to what we've seen him do up until that winners bracket final, where he was pretty much just destroying everyone, doing everything right. He's a player to keep your eyes on in this series. Can he match that kind of form? Because we've already seen you can't afford an off game if you want to be coming out on top on any of the game types we're about to see in front of us. And FaZe are starting to rally here. FaZe starting to claw back that lead early on that was established by OpTic.
Snakebite going to stay alive here. Repulsor in hand as well as he makes his way to A. It's going to be 4 dead for OpTic Gaming, and FaZe is back in. Let's not forget this.
Right now, OpTic leads 111-10 with one play from Snakebite and FaZe. That is all going to change. Frosty Formal, they square off here. A plat Frosty comes out with the win, Trippy with the trade. Here's Snakebite. He's rotating to OS. Very important OS pickup. Important momentum shift for FaZe begins here. He's got Renegade on his right-hand side in tower. Royal 2 just slipped down bottom mid. He's up top mid, tags Lucid, leaves a nade for him. Makes a very smart decision not to chase Lucid in this situation. He could go for that isolated fight, but that would kind of be a waste to the OS. Instead, he's making a high-impact play through center. He knows he's got Renegade Frosty on the right-hand side. He's flying back B to draw the attention, create a pinch with him and Frosty. Cleans up 2 players back-to-back, and he's ready for the fight with Lucid as well. Some beautiful reticle placement. If you want to improve your aim, always take note of what pros do to prepare themselves for gunfights. He knows in his mind, he's got good map awareness. He knows, even without communication, that sandbags is a good location to look with his reticle. His eyes and his reticle meet it as early as possible, and he's ready for that fight. Lucid has a snipe in this situation. Had he not been ready, he could have lost his face. So that preparedness is so important. He's going to stay up. Really interesting moment of decision-making out of Snakebite here. You can tell he's communicating with the team, and they're coordinating something, but he finds himself out of position. Frosty just died. Renegade top tower looking out the dummies. Royal 2 on Nest, rotating the pillars. He knows that OpTic is an A. They're capping the A stronghold. He's about to get swarmed if he stays here. And recognizing he's out of position, he makes a decision to quickly rotate back to B. Good thing he hit the curb slide. This is a moment you want to hit a fast slide. Times crouch off the sandbag. Gets past the door quickly. Had he not done that, he probably would have died in this situation. He gets the back B. Good survival here out of him, too. He crouches in a nice spot to cut multiple sightlines from pillar and from A side. I like the angle he takes here, too. Frosty, he spots rotating to Plat. Instead of looking Plat with Frosty, he takes a complimentary angle on Big Door to shoot Formal here. So important that you fill in the gaps as a teammate and recognize where to look. And don't just take the same angles in all situations. Having that coverage gave Frosty the opportunity to rotate in and collapse and get the pickup. Frosty in a fight with Lucid. He now cleans up Lucid. Look at blue team in this situation. Formal had just died. APG, Trippy, Lucid, they're all going to die at the same time. That's a full 4 dead. A massive opportunity for FaZe. This is a big spawn control moment here. This is good Halo right here. FaZe are about to lock down a perfect spawn control opportunity. Snakebite and A. Across the map is Renegade and Tower. Royal 2 spawning up beside him, forming a right side perimeter. Formal already spawned up on B here, and Snakebite knows based off his position and his team that the open spawn on the map is B. All of OpTic, they've just spawned in B. What a bad spot to spawn for OpTic in this situation. You're on the bottom of the map, wide open sightlines, and Snakebite knows this. He's sitting on the frag nade spawn, chucking all of his nades into B. Royal 2 is going to join him on the left side, form the left side of this perimeter. Renegade Frosty working together on the right, and this is a collapse onto an open spawn. Lucid is already dead. Looking for the second is Trippy. APG dies as well. Snakebite looking for the final player. It's Formal. A 4-2 split right here. They lost 2 members on FaZe, but all of OpTic is dead. Renegade made a very smart decision on this collapse. He's actually hanging back. You can see he's top Nest. He's hanging back on tower right here and blocking the tower side of the map to make it easy for Snakebite to predict the next set of spawns. As he caps B, he knows the open spawn is A, and that's how you keep spawn control here. What a great use of curb slide here as well. This is a perfect way to rotate in this situation, and why fast slides can be strategic as well. He's going to land on the white cement here and then hits an angled curb slide to the left. This gives him a fast and wide rotation for an angle on APG and an opportunity to snipe him. He doesn't get the kill, but it's about creating that opportunity and how that fast slide positioned him so that he could back out of this fight quickly and stay alive and keep the pressure out. Also, look at this score. Like I said, one sequence at a Snakebite and FaZe, and now they got the lead.
Not easy to do against the current world champions. They will now take the lead on a 110-point run.